What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm here to talk about an independent horror movie from a company called Very Fine Crap Videos, which is run by James Bell. And today's movie is called Tantrum. I love that artwork for some reason. I just really like it. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, this movie is not really driven by a typical narrative, but it does have kind of a story in that there's a guy who commits suicide, not before he mangles himself all up, but then he ends up shooting himself, dying, and in the wake of his death we see a series of visions that involve him and a woman and all kinds of violence and mutilation and surreal things. It's super weird, and that's pretty much what the movie is. It just takes us on this journey through these visions. The movie runs just over half an hour, but it is absolutely packed with content. There's no downtime, there's no filler here. Every scene is, memorable. There's just no wasted time. So don't, even if you're not a person who normally watches short films, don't dismiss this one because of that, because it absolutely packs in as much as most feature-length movies do, if not more. This one is very dark. It is very graphic. As far as sexual content, it has a little bit of female nudity. It has a lot of prosthetic penises, including a guy cutting his own dick off. There's just a guy fucks the exposed brain of a girl. There is just all kinds of craziness in this movie. That's just a taste of what there is here. There's also a horrific scene that I will leave to you to find out, but it involves a cross and a lot of anal blood. There's just a lot of craziness in this movie. I think a lot of people would probably shut it off before it ended, or they would dismiss it as just kind of being shock value or, gore for the sake of gore. I don't personally think that's true. I think there's a lot of artistry in what's here, and I think like the surreal visuals and like just the haunting atmosphere of it all combined into like a horror is art presentation. I think there's a lot more depth here and a lot more artistic value than a lot of people are going to give it credit for. And I just think that's because some people have a hard time looking through what's at the surface and, appreciating it, as a like bigger picture kind of deal. I know it's weird to think of something that's so violent and brutal and blood-soaked as being like artistic, but in my opinion this absolutely is. I think it's just a phenomenal film. The amount of stuff that's in this 34 or 35 minutes is incredible. I mean, it's a movie that grabs you from the very beginning and just keeps you hooked in. And it's not just, believe me, it's not just because of the gore and stuff. I mean, yeah, there's that little bit of like, I can't wait to see what happens next. But there's just something about this movie that is just, it has that special like vibe to it that you want to keep watching and you want to watch it again when it's over. I definitely don't feel like it's just for shock value. The effects in it are really good for the most part. Even when they're not good, they're still effective because they're just so bizarre. They're so creative that it keeps you, hooked in, even if the, execution isn't, ideal with them. As far as blood, this thing is soaked in it. It has all kind of geysers of blood, graphic violence and bloodshed. It has no dialogue, so there's not any funny dialogue or anything. But if there's no dialogue, there's not going to be any of that anyway. So it's a very visual and just experiential movie. Craziness, it's nuts. This movie is absolutely nuts. You're not going to want for, unpredictable, outlandish moments in this one. It's just absolutely crazy. I really liked it, like, a lot. I cannot wait to check out what else, James Bell has done. This one just, like, as soon as it was over, I was like, I gotta see everything, that this person has done, because it was just, it really stuck with me, and I really appreciated the artistry and the horror, how they kind of combined the art with the horror, because you don't see that a lot. A lot of people just tend to go, like, a cheap way with it, and I just think that's not the case here. The DVD is, you can get it directly from Very Fine Crap Videos. If you Google it, you can find their store on Store Envy. They've got all kinds of stuff that you can look at all the movies, movie used props, special editions of the movies, all kinds of stuff. The DVD that I got doesn't have any extras on it. It just has the movie, but it looks fine for what it is. It looks probably about as good as you can expect given the approach and the techniques used. So it was only like I think it's $10 on the store maybe, so there's definitely no reason not to jump in on this one. If you have any interest, even a casual interest in dark horror movies, outsider cinema, horror is art, Tantrum is one you absolutely have to check out. I can't say enough good things about it. Sorry if I'm like gushing, but I just really like this movie. If you want to read my full write-up of Tantrum, you can at markfusion.com. I'll also have more reviews coming soon from Very Fine Crap Videos. You can also check out a ton of other horror movie reviews there as well, tons of indie horror. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch at Mark Fusion. You can check out all those. You can also find me under Mark Fusion at Letterboxd, where I diary what I'm watching. You can see what might be coming up here. Make recommendations. Let me know what you want to see sooner than others. If there's something you just got to see a video on, just let me know. But the best way you can help me out is just hit that sub button. Free, easy, direct way to support me. Help me to keep watching all these crazy movies and seeking out all these like wild movies to talk to you guys about. And watching old videos as well is a huge help. There is a ton of horror in my playlist. So check those out if something catches your eye, and just know that you're really helping me out by doing that. So thank you so much for watching this video. I do greatly appreciate it. Make sure you check out the Very Fine Crap Videos store online. Tantrum is a wonderful movie. Absolutely unforgettable. Like, just talking about it makes me want to go watch it again. So thank you for watching this video. I do sincerely appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon.